Now we're on. What's up, guys? Welcome to Fun Friday.
Choo-choo.
All right.
What was that?
I think we're on. I hope we're on. I guess if we're not on, make sure you hit us up in the comment section there, because there have been times where we're talking for minutes on end and no one
lets.
Right.
Everybody's just so polite. They're like, no, we don't want to interrupt them not speaking to us.
Well, I think a lot of people actually that's they literally pray that while I'm preaching. And so they thought that maybe their prayer was answered on Friday instead of Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, if you can't hear Tim, it would be much better to not hear him on Sunday than to hear him.
What are you doing?
My phone just started playing a YouTube video in my pocket.
This would be a good time to tell everybody, get an iPhone and throw your Android down and learn how the little switch works on the side. That would be good.
Oh, goodness.
I don't know. Jeff, one of these days, will learn how to use a phone. He's no good with technology, but that's why I'm here, and that's why hopefully things are running well. Welcome to Friday, Fun Friday.
Welcome back.
Let me say right from the jump. You ready? Our world right now sucks, especially what's going on. So we're not going to talk about that tonight, because that's all we've done is kind of dwell on some of that. I will say that on Sunday, I'm going to spend a little bit addressing that, but not tonight. So tonight is just going to be levity. Tonight, we're just going to enjoy some time together and enjoy a little bit of nostalgia, a little bit of 70s, some music, some trivia, some fun, a little bit of dancing too, but we're not going to worry about the outside world. So just kind of shut it out for a little bit and let's just enjoy the night.
You get 1 hour to not be stressed out.
Yeah,
and we are aware of what's happening, and we get stressed out about it too. And hopefully tonight this will be a little bit of a release, a little bit of a break from that, and then all that mess will be there at 9 o'clock.
It'll be there.
So.
Or 9:10 by the time we end this.
Every week we've gone later and later on Friday nights. Like the first week, I think we went like 27 minutes, and that was with tech issues. And then like the week after that, we were like 35 minutes. And then like week number 3, that was when we had like the 25-minute delay getting started. And we went until just about 9 o'clock. And I went, oh, I can't believe we went that long. And now we're like 2 hours strong.
Let's just go ahead and admit, like early on, people thought it was cool and they waited 25 minutes.
Right.
No chance on God's green earth. People would be waiting 25 minutes nowadays.
Nobody's patient anymore.
No.
But you're here, and we are so glad that you are here. We have a full house tonight.
Yeah.
So if you've been following along, the way we've been doing this is every 2 weeks we take a decade.
See, that says Zoom right there. Zoom says.
Is that really? Oh, it does say Zoom. Yeah. I see how you did that. That was good.
See, I'm used to the the lower thirds when I'm saying.
Yeah, when you preach. Yeah. Right. Excellent. Yeah. So every 2 weeks, what we've been doing is we've been taking a decade. We started with the decade with the best pop culture. That would be 80s. Okay. And then we went to, I would say their movies were probably the 80s movies, and were the best.
You can say that if you like John Hughes movies, but you don't like John Hughes movies.
No, there's still very many good 80s movies and music. And then we moved to the 90s because that's what we grew up in, and we discovered that the 90s had terrible pop culture. We love it, but it's not great. And now we're on to week 2 of the 70s. And some of the contestants that we have tonight were our big winners last week, and so we decided we wanted to bring them onto this little broadcast and see how well they did once the heat is really on. And so tonight, like we've done the previous couple of times we've done this, we still want you to play along in the chat. There's a little bit of a lag on both platforms, YouTube and Facebook. Make sure you say hi if you're watching, because we want to know who is with us. But as the questions are getting asked, you type in your answers, and let's see if you can beat our panel
the experts
of geniuses.
Oh, I don't know if we get that far. Have you seen the people that are on tonight?
I've seen a couple of them, and I'm concerned about some of our men that are showing up in the thing. Yeah. So, Tim, introduce our contestants.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. So they are already on the line, but their video is turned off. And so one by one, they're going to join up here on the screen with us and bless us with their presence. So the first one I'm going to bring in is the woman who I've known for a long time, but last week she was like killing it with all of these answers, but I didn't recognize her last name because I've known her by her maiden name. So give it up, if you will, for the one and only. You might know her as a Harrelson, but she is Kathy Heike coming in hot on the screen. Start that video, girl.
Oh.
Are you still there? Yay! She's in. And unmute. Hey, Kathy, hold on. I got to unmute you. Come on. No, you muted yourself. Now you got to do it.
Sorry, I took your control.
Now you're in. What's going on, Kathy?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, we can't hear you at all.
No?
There we're good.
That's all right. I have to do the video and the audio. He's slacking over there. But no, we can hear you plenty. Thank you. How you doing, Kathy?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. Good. All right. Next in on the show is going to be a woman that we've known for a long time here at Faith as well. She comes from the Rita Barnes family in there. Everybody knows Miss Rita, who is still in our hearts. But this is her daughter, Miss Lynn Paget, coming into the show. Hit the little star. Hey, Miss Lynn.
She did it.
You did it. All right. And I still can't unmute you for some reason. You're going to have to click there. Hey, now you're there. Hi, Miss Lynn.
Yeah, very good. Miss Lynn, welcome to the show. Are you ready?
Thank you. I think so.
I think Lynn was the one who, when we were inviting her onto the show, she said, I'm a little nervous. Please don't make the game too hard. And if you could just ask like all Elton John questions, I would love nothing more. But no, we're not all Elton John, but he will show up.
I told you
tonight.
So,
Okay.
So just 4 years ago or something, my wife calls me at work and she says, hey, do you want to go see Elton John? He's playing in DC. And I said, I guess. I mean, we had never seen him live. And she said, the tickets are only $25. And I went, yep. We will go see Elton John. Absolutely. So we went down to DC for $25 a pop and saw a legend. It was a good time. It was a very good time. So
wow, lucky.
Yeah, I do not fault you for liking the Sir Elton there. All right, I'm going to mute you, and we're going to go to our next contestant who last Friday, even though she has been clamoring for 70s night for a really long time, did not join us on the broadcast. However, watched it later on and was very, happy with all of the questions and did a really good job of it all. But I'm going to let her tell everyone why she was not on the show last week. So this is Miss Laura Slattery coming on, starting her video and joining us on the screen. Hey, Laura, what's going on?
Hi.
All right. So you told us last week, you said you wanted to 70, 77. You said, we'll be there. And then that morning you said, oops, I can't be there. And why was that again?
It was our 39. Wait a minute.
Yeah, make sure you mute your phone that you got down there next to you or something. Like just hit the volume all the way down. Whatever one you're using for.
Yeah, but now I can't hear you.
Oh, gotcha.
You're not missing anything.
All right. So I'll tell the story for
Can
you.
you hear me now?
You had you forgotten? Yes, we can hear you. Was it your 39th wedding anniversary? Had you forgotten?
I didn't forget.
It just slipped your mind.
I was so excited about the
Slipped your mind.
70s.
Of course. Who doesn't get excited about the 70s? All right, Miss Laura, thank you very much. I'm going to mute you. We're going to go to our next contestant who you see all the time. You might know him as Doctor because he is what medicine does he practice?
Musical medicine.
Musical medicine.
Yeah, he sings and makes you feel better.
All right, very good. Coming on the screen, start your video there, sir. This is Dr. Raymond
Young
Higgins.
Clint Eastwood and
Hey,
Ramsden.
hey, Faith Fun Family, Friday family. I don't know what we got on here. We only answered 2 right last week. I think we're the sympathy vote or something.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, I wouldn't be lying if I said we were short some contestants this week.
Yeah, that's the 70s. I was in Vietnam and in seminary. Both of them, I was totally isolated from the culture.
Well, good luck. There's one question I feel confident you will get.
Good morning, Vietnam. Thank you for being on. All right, our last contestant today
I'm so excited.
is a face. It's a blast from the past. A previous youth pastor of ours, and now who served here for 5-6 years or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, and is now one of our sponsored missionaries that we give to every time you put money in the plate. Some of the money goes to Mr. Dale Puckett, who serves currently down in Florida, but all over the world. What's up, DP? How are we?
What's up? How y'all doing?
What's the temperature down in Florida today?
Muggy, not too great.
No, it's super muggy here too. So
We don't like it.
no, it was real bad today.
They call it the Sunshine State, but it's been raining all day. So
I would take a little bit of rain right now.
I would too.
It'd be good for my grass.
And we've done some renovations in the church, and so like everything is almost like open air right now. So it is like sticky and hot and muggy, and it feels like Florida.
Yeah.
And so if we take off our shirts at some point during this broadcast, please stay on. Or, if you're watching, you can just listen on audio or something.
So Patricia Grant, who is on YouTube right now, says music is medicine for the soul.
It's like chicken soup.
I think she's just trying to pull on yours and your father's heartstrings and make you feel better.
Way to go, Patricia.
Make you feel better about the fact
Great
that
job.
music is just the warm up for the preaching. So
I have been told that before.
all right,
By
dude.
him.
Are we getting started or what?
We are getting started. So, guys, contestants that we have here on Zoom, welcome to the party. As we have done the past couple of weeks, we're just going to go through some questions. You're going to write your answers down. You're going to keep your own score. And since we are keeping score tonight to determine the winner, if you are playing with us on YouTube or Facebook, we want you to keep score as well.
Yeah.
Now, just remember that Jesus is watching. So, at this point, we're kind of in the darkest timeline. It'd be really good to stay on his good side right now because the apocalypse is coming. So don't cheat. Write down your answers. Keep a good tab on what your scores are. And at the end, we will check in with everybody and see how we're doing. But I feel very confident this is going to be a high-scoring game tonight.
So does that come quickly, Lord Jesus? Just let us get to question number 20 first.
Right.
Okay, I got you. All
Right. But I tell you what. If Jesus shows up in the middle of Fun Friday, not only am I okay with that, I feel like that would be
That's a good way to go.
really great. That's a great
good
way to go.
Yeah,
Yeah, but let us get to the YMCA first.
it's fun
Like it's gonna be really if the Lord just pulls us straight up into heaven and we're what? Like it's not gonna go.
I just
well.
realized the surge protector for this entire rig is right under my foot.
Don't step on it.
That would have been fun. Just
We also have Coconut, Pastor Tim's dog, running around,
Yeah.
and there at any point she might
Make an
ruin the
appearance.
whole thing. She'll
Yeah.
be like the rat in Avengers that just like changed the course of history. All right, guys, so here we go. We are ready to get going with question number 1. And as we have been doing the last few weeks when we're doing our decades, you always want to start out a show with a theme song.
theme
All
song.
right? So this is going to be a finish the lyric. We're going to sing part of a theme song. And when we stop, we want you to give us the next 3 words.
3 words.
For the next 3 words for 1 point. It's one of the greatest theme songs to one of the greatest shows of all time. It is the Muppet theme song.
Oh.
It's time to play the music.
It's time to light the lights. It's time to meet the Muppets on Muppet Show tonight.
It's time to
Put on makeup. It's time to.
what? It's time. What is the 4th?
It's time to
Two.
put on makeup. It's time to.
Don't show your answers yet.
All right, we're gonna go
Pops
one
is
by one.
excited.
We're gonna go one by one for this one.
I
Since
see
Kathy,
Lynn not writing anything down.
since you came in
shaking her
first,
head.
I'm gonna get you first shot. Here you go. You're unmuted. Do it. It's time to put on clothes. That may be it. I don't know. Let's see.
That is close.
We're going to Lynn Paget. Throw yours up there, girl. You're sorry, I couldn't unmute you there. I think you muted yourself. How about Miss Laura Slattery? Any idea there?
It's not right.
Eat some cake.
Eat some cake. I like that. It's time to eat some cake.
Yeah, let them have cake. How about Raymond? You think you got this,
He
Raymond?
answered quickly.
It's time to
Hit the lights. No, that's close.
All right, Puckett, you're the last one, dude. Make it happen.
That is a big
Hang the lights.
hang the lights. No, guys, it was so close. Kathy actually was the closest, except she didn't pick a word that rhymed at all.
All right, so the answer is
It's time to
dress up right.
Sing along. It's time to raise the curtain on the Muppet Show tonight. What do we always come here?
I guess we'll never know.
It's like the kind of partner
to have to watch the show.
So now let's get it started. Don't we get it started? It's time to get it started.
On the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational. This is what we call the Muppet Show.
Excellent. Great job. No one.
Raise your hand if you watched the Muppet Show in the 70s. Anybody? Kathy, way to go. Good job.
Good job. All
That's
right,
why you were closest.
Good. That's good. One person, Patty Chandler, got it right. Dress up right. So that question was harder than I thought it was. So
Patty Grant over here got it. Joyce
there you
Carter
go.
got
That's
it.
because Patty understands that music is chicken soup for the brain.
All right.
Question number 2. Hopefully this one is a little bit easier. This is a movie question. Okay. In the 1975 Monty Python and the Holy Grail, King Arthur and his men attempt to invade the French castle by borrowing a tactic from the Trojans, but instead of using a large wooden Trojan horse, they use a large wooden what kind of animal?
Puckett's he's already writing it. Kathy looks
So we're looking for a large
confident.
animal.
Laura's
It's
not
not a
confident either.
horse. It is not a horse. Julie Weiss already has it on Facebook.
Yeah, David got it. He's got it over here.
David.
Yeah,
All right.
David.
It's like Tony.
How about
David.
Miss Lynn, coming to you? What do you got? I'm trying to unmute you.
I didn't know. I just wrote elephant.
That's
Elephant?
a good guess.
It's an animal.
That is very good.
Raymond, go ahead. What you got?
Turkey.
Good try.
Not a turkey.
No.
All right, Kathy.
Well, I said elephant too, but I'm not sure.
You know, if one more person says elephant, we're just going to count it as a correct
We're
answer.
gonna do it. Laura, what you got? Cow, not a cow. Laura, I'm not gonna unmute you as much as I do the other people because of all that like nonsense going on there. But I think Puckett seemed like he was the one that had the most confidence. So coming to you, you're unmuted, and it says rabbit. It
Yes.
was a
Are we
rabbit.
backwards? Is our stuff backwards?
No, you're good.
You're fine.
Okay.
I mean, you're backwards, but it's totally good.
Yeah,
No.
you live in the swamp of Florida, dude. It's all backwards down there.
Hey, I got nothing. Let's move down to where it's. Never mind.
Florida, you know what Florida is? Just a flat West Virginia. That's all.
It's got rides. Yeah. So if you remember, instead of a Trojan horse, they took a Trojan rabbit up to the gates and they took it in, and they were so excited because they said, okay, now our plan is now that it's on the inside at night, we will jump out. And they said, shouldn't we have been in the rabbit? And it's like, oh, yes, they could. So, all right, we're on to question number 3. And since it's a sports question, I'm going to hand it over
Coming
to
at
the
you.
guy over there.
All right, ladies. If you are a lady on the show and you don't get this, shame on you.
I
This
don't
is
say that.
No, you've got to get this. All right. So in 1973, this female tennis player beat Bobby Riggs in the Battle of the Sexes in the Houston Astrodome. This female tennis player beat the man, Bobby Riggs, in the Battle of the Sexes in the Houston Astrodome in 1973.
1973. They literally just made a movie about this maybe 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, and I wanted to see that, but I never
It was
did
very good.
end up going to see it.
It's very good. I will watch just about anything with Stephen Carell.
Oh, Steve Carell was in it?
Yeah,
No.
he played Bobby
Space
Riggs.
Force came out today, by the way.
I know.
I watched
can't wait
episode number 1.
Was it good?
It was all right. I mean, it's not The Office, but it was
Okay.
all right. All right.
Is
How about
anything
this?
in The Office?
No. Everybody throw up your answers onto the screen.
What do we got?
Billie
Yes,
Jean, Billie
yes,
Jean,
yes,
Billie Jean,
yes.
Billie Jean, Billie Jean
Excellent
King.
job. Everybody gets a point.
Yes.
That's right. Very good. Billie Jean King
Now, Kathy,
is not my mother.
you didn't look very confident when you were writing that down, but you got it. So
Yeah.
you got it.
Believe
So
in
we're good.
yourself.
way to go.
Believe in yourself. That was a great movie and a cool fight. Okay, now we are going to
Another movie.
It's a movie audio. All right, this one's going to be a little tricky, so you might have to listen to the voice. But if you know the movie, this clip is totally going to give it away. It's the 1974 comedy. We want you to tell us, identify the movie based on this clip.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits?
You got to turn your.
Different types who wear a day coat, pants with stripes, or cutaway coat, perfect fit. Dressed up like $1 million trooper. Trying mighty hard to look like Gary Cooper. Come, let's mix where Rockefellers walked with sticks or
One more.
umbrellas in their midst.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to try to unmute everybody on this one and see if we can't do it without too much feedback. So let's see. Oh, it's not a touch screen.
No, I was pointing to it. We were looking at
very
all
good.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think everybody's unmuted, so hopefully we don't have too much feedback. Laura, what do you got? Young Frankenstein. Very
There
good.
it is.
Did everybody else get Young Frankenstein? Yeah. No. Kathy, then tell us what you got.
Sorry.
There's the dog. The dog.
That's a dog version.
Gotcha. Miss Lynn, did you get it? Young Frankenstein? No. You're still you're controlling your own mute there, girl. So you're gonna have to.
She's like, I don't trust you.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust me either. So it's all good.
No, it was a dog. So I said no. I didn't know what it was.
The dog. Yeah, that was the Frankenstein thing and putting on the
Frankenstein's monster singing "Putting on the Ritz." Guys, we have another finish the lyric of a 1976 song by Eagles, not the Eagles, Eagles, Hotel California. So when we stop, you tell us what lyric comes next.
Y'all should. Everybody gets this one.
Yeah. Last thing I remember, I'm running for the door. I had to find the passage back to the place I was before. Relax, said the night man. We are programmed to receive. You can check out anytime you like.
Na 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 na. Laura's singing it. I saw it.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody knows this one. So we're going to throw up your answers in a 3, in a 2, in a 1. Go. But you can't never leave.
Kathy! Sing along! Welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place.
Such a lovely place.
Such a lovely place. Living it up in the Hotel California. What a nice surprise.
What a nice surprise.
With your alibi. Should I do the guitar solo? No, maybe next time. Yes, very good. All right, give yourself a point. Excellent job. If you all recall from last week, that was a gimme for Pops, who explained to me when I was a teenager how that song was all about drugs and blew my mind that he knew that. So I was going to be super disappointed.
I mean, he was a nom, so.
He was a nom.
You know.
Yeah. Guys, we have another audio question. We're going to take a little commercial break here. We're going to play an audio from a commercial in the 70s.
So
and here's the question.
Name the product.
Name the product. What health product uses this famous line in their commercials in the 70s? Name the product.
I haven't heard the audio yet. But...
Again. Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball.
That's all you get.
Oh,
Mamma mia.
I thought you were going to go with the other one, which would have been a dead giveaway.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the other jingle that they have is
Mamma
mia, that's a spicy meatball.
I'll give you the context of the it's like they're showing you this couple shooting a commercial and everything keeps going wrong. And it's aggravating. And the man has to keep eating meatballs over and over and over again. I'm giving just about every clue I can, and it just starts to get to him. I mean,
right,
what
throw it up, Dale. You think you got it?
That is the world's largest.
Oh, you got it.
Alka-Seltzer.
Alka-Seltzer. Plop, plop.
Fizz, fizz.
Oh, what a relief it is. Tom's is close.
Tom's, good try.
Laura, did you get it? Kathy? Laura, Lynn? Chef Boyardee. Hey, listen.
Hannikin here is saying ragu.
This body was made by Chef Boyardee. This is all Chef Boyardee right
Body
here.
by bacon. Yeah, the answer is Alka-Seltzer. So if you got that, give yourself a point, and we are rolling right along. We
Give me take the next one.
Take the next one.
Yeah, next one would be good.
Question number 7.
Siete. All right, here we go. I'm going to give you the names of characters of a TV show. So not the actors, but the characters, the names of the characters, and then you will need to identify the TV show. Are we going through all four of them?
All four of them.
Okay.
All four of them.
Character number 1, Maxwell Klinger. Maxwell Klinger. Laura's got it already.
They're already writing.
Yep. Next, Walter Eugene Riley. Lynn's got it already. Margaret Houlihan. And Benjamin Franklin Pierce. Pretty sure everybody's got it. Throw it up.
They started writing after Maxwell Klinger. There you go.
Boom.
Match. I like, yeah. Only Puckett gets the points for doing the stars. I'm totally kidding. No, good. Good job, guys. That was MASH. In fact,
Can anybody sing the theme song?
Boop. Does anybody know the title of that song? It's incredibly sad. The title of that song is called Suicide is Painless.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, and makes you feel good. Yeah, everybody getting it on the chat. That was all right. That was
easy. I think everybody got that one.
That was a palate cleanser. Okay, guys, we're gonna do another song. I don't realize how many songs we had in here tonight. So over the past few Fun Fridays, we've gotten some feedback. We've gotten some criticism of people letting us know, hey, here's where you didn't do something well. And
are you saying we got feedback off the last few Fun Fridays feedback?
Yeah.
Last few Fun Fridays feedback.
No, not feedback from Friday. For the feedback at faithbc. This is really hard. And like people have said, hey, the quizzes were too hard. Or some people are like, it went a little long. And we get that. And we're hearing you. But last week, we got criticism that for a 70s game, we didn't use any disco.
Here it is.
For the first time ever, people have complained that there wasn't disco. Okay? Yeah, I'm with you. So instead of finishing the lyric, this is probably the hardest question of the night.
Yeah.
Okay? Hardest question of the night right here.
The bonus will be what, after this, so the bonus will be what baseball stadium had Burn the Disco record night, and it completely ruined the rest of the game. Have you heard of this story?
No, I can't wait for you to tell it.
Oh, they all brought their record, they all brought their vinyl to Burn Disco, and they ended up starting a huge bonfire in the middle of the field, and they had to cancel the rest of the game. Right.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you'll have to look that one up.
It was
That's
worth
history.
it.
Yep.
Worth it. Okay, so in
This is
the
hard.
song, this is hard, okay? In the song Stayin' Alive by the Bee Gees, what print publication is mentioned twice in the song? There is a print publication that is mentioned in both verses of Stayin' Alive.
Print publication, both verses.
In fact, here's what we'll do. We will even sing it up to that line just to hopefully give you a hint. And I don't think it's going to help at all, because when I saw the lyrics, I was like, clearly this is a joke, because this lyric makes zero sense in this song. And the Kim Camp already has it, and Kim Camp needs some help. Tim's going to help me sing it. Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man, no time to talk. Music loud, women wrong, I've been kicked around since I was born. Now it's all right, it's okay. You may look the other way. We can try to understand. There, it's right there.
It's right
That's
there.
It. That's it. The print publication is named right there.
All right, I'm going to unmute all, and we'll see what kind of answers we got. Anybody knows? Anybody have an idea?
Got it.
I think Dale Puckett got it. New York Times.
New York Times.
About the stadium.
It was not. It was Comiskey Park, my friend.
I get that one.
Old Comiskey. Didn't get it. Didn't get it.
Yeah,
Didn't get it.
We can try to understand the New York Times effect on man. Such a dumb lyric.
Before we're going to sing that in a second. Let me read this to you from Wikipedia. Disco Demolition Night was a Major League Baseball promotion on Thursday, July 12th, 1979 at Comiskey Park in Chicago that ended in a riot. At the climax of the event, a crate filled with disco records was blown up on the field between games of a doubleheader between the White Sox and the Tigers. Many of the fans in attendance had come to see the explosion rather than the games. They then rushed onto the field after the detonation. The playing field was so damaged by the explosion that by the time the White Sox, the White Sox were required to forfeit the second game. Disco Demolition Night. Sing it, dude.
You may look the other way. We can try to understand. You have to think of it. Whether you're a brother or a brother, stay alive, stay alive. I hate this song so much. I feel like I want to do CPR right now.
Staying alive.
No, that was rough. We did it so much better in practice.
We really did.
It sounded good.
Yeah.
In practice.
I thought, oh, that song's not terrible until we just did it now. And I'm like grateful to God that he reminded us that song is awful. Fun trivia. You will learn something tonight. The lyric, I almost was going to make this a bonus question. How many times does the phrase staying alive appear in that song? The answer is 26.
26.
Way too many.
Gotcha.
It happens 7 times each chorus, and then they just do it over and over and over again. Tim, do number 9 for us.
All right. I just want to give a lot of people actually got Stan Worrell, David. Let's see. We got
David got it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Katie got it. And Patricia Grant says Disco Ducks.
Kim Camp just said that song was good when the Bee Gees sang it.
Yeah, that was pretty. We murdered that
song
for sure.
Can we boot people off of the chat?
Absolutely. Yeah, we can ban them from our page.
One more time, Kim.
All right. How about some politics? You ready? Everybody here loves talking politics. This is a perfect time to talk some politics. Who was the president at the end of Nam?
The end.
Who was the president at the end of the Vietnam War, y'all? The El Presidente at the end of Vietnam.
The end of Vietnam War.
Stan Worrell's got it on YouTube already. All right, I'm giving up on the one at a time thing. I'm just going to unmute everybody and then mute everybody when it came back. So we got one says Nixon. Lynn says Nixon. Tricky Dick, no.
Jimmy Carter.
It was Ford. Ford, because Nixon, I think it was in 73 he was ousted, and so Gerald Ford took over.
What's his first name? Harold
Ford died tragically. I love that sketch. Yes, it was Gerald Ford. How about that? A lot of Nixons and LBJs. Good try, guys. Okay, guys, we have now reached the midpoint of our game, and it's time for my favorite question of the night. This is Tim Preaches a Hit. We all know how this is played. Pastor Tim is going to take some lyrics from a very popular song from the 70s, and he is going to preach them. And we just need you to tell us the name of the song. Don't show your answer as soon as you get it. I think this one's a little easy.
It is easy. But let me just make sure we are clear on mathematics here. This is not yet the midpoint. This is question number 10. The midpoint is after question number 10, my friend, because it's not. All right. Tim Preaches a Hit. Here we go. This shouldn't be too hard, but just listen to the words, not the way I say the words. It took all the strength I had not to fall apart. Kept trying to mend the pieces of my broken heart. And I spent so many nights just feeling sorry for myself. I used to cry. But now, I hold my head high.
I feel blessed.
Sandy's like, is that your thinking pose right there? Is that the female thinker? You put your hand over your nose.
It's like, smell my elbow for the answer. One more time, Tim.
One more time?
One more time.
All right. It took all the strength I had not to fall apart. I kept trying to mend the pieces of my broken heart, and I spent so many nights just feeling sorry for myself. I used to cry, but now I hold my head high.
Puckett clearly has it.
All right. Everybody's unmuted. What do we got? I will survive.
Survive.
Lynn got it.
She got the
Get it?
I will survive. Did you get it?
Yeah. Your singing was throwing
me off. Well, if you got it, hey, now you got to sing with us.
Walk out the door. Just turn around now. 'Cause you're not welcome anymore.
Weren't you the one who tried to break me with goodbye? You just think I'd
crumble. You just think I'd lay down and die. Oh, I will survive. As long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I got all my life to live. All all my love to give. I will survive. I will survive. Yeah.
Yes, I will survive.
It's a good song.
Even better by Cake. There you go. Everybody's getting it in the chat. Good job. Give yourselves a point, everyone in the chat. Now tally up your points because we are getting ready to head into the second half of this game where there is big money to be earned. Every single question will have the possibility of multiple points. Okay, so if you're in the hole a little bit on points, this is your chance to catch up, make some ground. But since we now have reached what Tim refers to as the midpoint, we want to explain what is going to happen next week. And here's what's going to happen next week for our Fun Friday. We have no idea. And the reason we have no idea is because last week we asked you all to submit some funny stories, to email feedback@faithbc.net with some off-the-wall story about you, your family. And next week we were going to play Get to Know Our Fun Friday family. And literally 2 of you put something in.
It doesn't even have to be an off-the-wall story. It just could be a cool story.
Yeah.
Tell us the coolest story in your entire life. Tell us that.
Like, one person who submitted said, she had gotten kissed by a famous, I don't want to tell the story too much, but she had I really wish
Morticia, the kissing bandit?
No.
That'll take you back to the 70s there.
Yeah, I wish I had thought through that sentence better because it's much more innocent than I made it sound. But we need you, Faith Family Fun Friday family people, to submit.
Fill our inbox.
Fill our inbox
at
feedback@faithbc.net with your stories. Today, one family submitted literally a dissertation.
Awesome.
A whole long story. And I was so excited to read it and hopefully include some of those things. So if you've got a funny story or something about you, we want to get to know who's out there so that when we return back as a family, even if you're not Faith Family, if you've been playing along on Friday nights, we would love for you to include some stories so we get to know you guys well as well.
Do you have this one time at band camp story that you could share?
I never went to band camp because I was not that nerdy.
Oh,
they kept trying to get me to go to band camp. And I'm like, look, I will play the trombone. I will even play the tuba for a season, but I will not give up 2 weeks of summer vacation to go to band camp.
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Wow.
I think. I don't know. I never went.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. And you could always tell I'm going to stop. I'm going to make a joke.
While you're getting ready for the next one, because the next one you're going to have to explain a lot. But please fill our inbox, and we need content for next Friday. But we want to do something where we kind of get to know everybody and kind of learn some cool stories about different people. And it'll be a fun time, assuming you actually give us some of your cool stories. So while Jeff gets ready for the next question, because he's going to explain it for about a half an hour, let me give you question number 11.
Yeah.
All right. In the movie The Odd Couple.
TV show. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's the same.
Right. The movie came from a TV show. All right. So from the TV show or whatever, from The Odd Couple, give us the first name of the 2 men who made up The Odd Couple. The first names of the 2 men who were The Odd Couple. And bonus point, if you can say which one who the messy one was, the messy one of The Odd Couple, then you will get a bonus point.
Put a little star next to who the messy one was.
Yeah, put a star next to the guy who was the messy one.
If you just get the 2 guys' names, that's fine.
We got a bunch of people on YouTube already got it. Clients got it.
Facebook got it.
Got it. All right. Lynn, you are correct. Throw up your answers there. Felix and Oscar was the messy one.
Felix Unger. There you go.
Felix Unger. Wow. No,
Felix,
Kathy?
Oscar.
I tell you what, Kathy, you killed it last week. And Oscar's got it. And
he put Walter Matthau, which is just
way to go.
You know what? Sure, take it. Take the bonus point, Puckett, because you named the actor from the movie when we asked for the character from the TV show. But you traveled the longest to get here.
How much do we need to give him, though, dude? He's like the starving missionary. We send him a check every month. Like we got to give him points too.
Clearly, like, what's he doing with that money? Buying the world's largest whiteboard. It's like, what he's doing.
Did you steal that off the wall of a conference room? Did you literally unscrew that from the wall off the conference room? That's what I want to know.
He's writing an answer.
He's right. I'll unmute you before we go to the next one. Go ahead.
Explain it.
This is my faith Faith Baptist Church souvenir.
You stole that from the church?
Wait, deduct 3 points. Clarence Byerly is on his way down.
Absolutely. He's driving
give
down
me
from
my-
Pennsylvania.
I want that back, okay? Drugs are bad.
All right. Let's go. Number 12.
All right, number 12. This is the most complicated question, but we did it a couple weeks ago. I'm going to give you the list of 10 people who starred in an extremely popular movie from the 1970s. We are going to start. I went to the Internet Movie Database and counted down to their 10th billed person. We're going to start there, and we're going to work our way up all the way to number 1. By the time we get to number 1, everyone is going to know what movie this is. But for our contestants, here's how this will work. When you think you can identify the movie based on the cast, we want you just to kind of give a wave so we can see. We'll pause the game right there. You write your answer. Whatever you do, don't show your answer, okay? Just write it down, pen up, don't show your answer. And wherever you stop in that chain is how many points you'll get. So if you can guess, if you want to take a risk and you want to guess on person number 10, you could walk away with 10 points off of this question. Okay. So wherever you lock in and stop, you only get to answer one time. So when you want to stop the game, you say, I want to write down my answer, and we will go from there.
This is Baptist gambling.
Baptist
this is
gambling.
Like daily double.
I'm not going to tell you what year it is.
What year? I'll tell you the year.
No, don't tell me the year.
No?
No, don't tell me the year.
Okay.
This I'll tell you the year at the end. It's in the first half of the 70s.
It's one of the largest movies of the decade of ever.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to know this movie. Okay. The 10th billed person in this movie, Diane Keaton. Diane Keaton. It is not Father of the Bride. Okay. I don't see anybody waving to say, I want to stop here and lock in 10 points. All right. So we're going to go on to number 9. Kim Cam already has it. They're definitely cheating. Al Lettieri. Al Lettieri.
That guy sounds Italian.
Anybody? Kathy's locking in.
Locking in for 9 points. All right.
Don't
show us yet.
Don't show us. So you write down your answer.
You're locked in. Jesus is watching.
Number 8, Richard Conti.
That sounds Italian too.
Dude. Number 8, Richard Conti. Anybody?
All right, Laura's locking in at 8
locking
points.
in at 8 points. Write down your answer. All right. Anybody else? Number 7, John Marley.
Marley. Oh.
John Marley.
Oh. Then yeah, I know this then. Yeah. That's the Marley and Marley guy.
Right.
From A Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol.
Right,
It is not a Christmas Carol. Nobody's locking in on that one.
Marley
I'm sure.
and Marley.
Number 6 for 6 points, Sterling Hayden. Sterling Hayden.
Scott Sterling.
Scott Sterling.
They need to make more of those
They
videos.
do. Those were great. All right. No one's locking in there. We may get it on this one. Number 5, Robert Duvall.
Robert Duvall. Who's still going?
Duvall.
Is it just Kathy and Laura that locked in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Lynn. Oh, Higgins, are you guys stopping there?
Are you locking in now?
No.
Okay.
Puckett's.
No.
Stopping. Lynn. All right. Here we go. Number 4, Richard S. Castellano. Richard Castellano.
And that's definitely Italian.
Diane Keaton, Al Lettieri, Richard Conti, John Marley, Sterling Hayden, Robert Duvall, Richard S. Castellano. Anybody else? All right. We're going for 3 points. James Caan.
Oh.
James Caan.
Elf.
Very good.
That's definitely Elf then.
Definitely. James Caan. Anybody locking in?
Who
All
else?
right. We're going for 2 points. Number 2, Al Pacino.
Hooah! You're out of order.
Scarface.
Al Pacino. All right.
Is this
Pop the
Scarface
stuff
wasn't in the
It's not
70s?
Scarface. Actually, I think it was. Or maybe it was. No.
Lynn's locked in.
Lynn's locked in. You're locking in there. Pops, Sandai, did you guys? You're
Locking
locked
in.
Puckett's.
Still going.
Puckett's, you're going to get it off this one for 1 point. Marlon Brando.
Oh.
Puckett's still like, can I get the director? Francis Ford Coppola.
Dare wasn't alive
I'll sing
in 1972 when this movie came out. All right, so Kathy, you've got the most to gain here. You locked in for 9 points. What do you got?
Kathy, what answer?
Boom.
The Godfather.
Godfather.
The Godfather.
Did everybody get
Everybody got Godfather?
Godfather. Laura, you didn't? Oh, what did you guess for 8 points?
Laura, what did you guess?
Annie Hall.
That was a good guess, except Diane Keaton would have been much, much higher on the billing at that point.
No.
All right. So, Kathy, you get 9 points. Everybody else, you get your points locked in. Very, very good.
Pacino was in Annie Hall?
That would have been great.
I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you.
All right.
Hey, are we going to sing this song? I'm going to get ready. We have to sing this. Do you know the chords?
It's not hard.
You can fart around with it. All right. Here's number 13. You ready? Number 13. In the John Denver song, Take Me Home Country Roads. All right. You're going to have there's three answers here. All right. He specifically mentions specific places that you can find on a map, actual places you can find on a map in the lyrics that do not include heaven, because you can't find heaven on a map. So what are the 3 locations mentioned in the first verse of the song, Take Me Home, Country Roads?
Not heaven.
Not heaven. I'll even give you the first one. It's West Virginia. You got that? All
Everybody
right.
gets a free point.
West Virginia, free point. But then there's 2 other places that you can actually point to on a map that technically come right after the words West Virginia, mind you. And what were those 2 other places that you can find?
All right, you get to think about it. We'll sing it. Country road,
take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads.
All right. So the lyrics go, almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River.
West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Did anybody get all 3?
Anybody get 2 of them?
Anybody get 2?
Everybody got 1 point because I gave you West Virginia. 2. Did you get Blue Ridge? Blue Ridge Mountains, White Deer, Texas. Wrong state.
Randy Neal, we did have you in mind for that one.
Is he on?
He is.
He's on.
He's on. And now he's like,
he's dancing somewhere. He is somewhere clogging in his living room right now.
That's his life verse. Country road. All right, very good.
Take me home. All right.
Next question. Sorry.
Mountain Mama.
This next question is another TV audio question. So on that last one, if you got 2 answers right, you get 2 points. If you got 3, you get all 3. TV audio. I want you to identify the popular 70s TV show based on the audio clip you're about to hear. I'll give you a hint. You are only listening to one person speaking. It will sound like 2 people. This actor is doing 2 different voices. So name the TV show for 1 point. And if you can give me the name of the actor who is speaking in this clip.
That's an easy bonus.
It is an easy bonus. All right. I feel like if you get the actor, you're going to get the show. So here we go. Name the TV show and actor.
Hello? What's the matter? You too sad to talk? Okay, I'll do your part for you then. Hello, Tony.
Hello, Latka. How you doing?
Fine. How are you?
Hey, I'm okay. How you doing? Why don't you sit down and have a seat there?
Well, I like to, but I don't have any money.
Oh, that's all right. You're my pal. Pals don't need no money. Have one on me.
All right. Thank you very much. You're very nice.
What's the show? And what's the name of the actor?
All right. Lynn's got it. Lynn's got it.
What? Show your answers. It is Taxi.
And the actor is
Andy Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman.
The
Higgins went for a 0 on that one.
He wasn't allowed to watch that show until he was 13.
All right. So how about let's bonus question for the 90s. Who wrote the song Man on the Moon in the 90s that referenced Mr. Andy Kaufman?
Well, only Puck
Kathy's got that one. 3 letters. Spell it out. R-E-M.
You don't get a bonus point for that.
No, sorry.
If you believe.
They put a man on the moon.
They made a movie about
with
Jim Carrey. And that was a weird movie. I did not like it. The Mighty Mouse thing was funny.
I mean, it was a movie about one of the weirdest guys of all time.
Played by one of the weirdest guys of all time.
Right. So it had to be a weird movie.
All right. This next question is a little complicated. Not complicated, but you're going to have to do a deep dive. I don't think Puck is going to do so well on this because you really needed to be alive in the 70s. So we're all familiar with the commercial. The theme is a commercial. We're all familiar with the Tootsie Roll, the Tootsie Pop commercial where the questioning boy goes to Mr. Owl and says, Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the bottom Tootsie Roll center of the Tootsie Pop?
1,
we all know.
2, 3. 3.
Right. We all know that. But in the 70s, there was an extended version of that in which the questioning boy, before getting to Mr. Owl, he came across 3 other animals that he asked that same question. I just want you to give me 3 different animals. If every animal you guess correctly, you get 1 point.
So he first went to, hey, Mr. Blank.
Yep, there were 3 misters.
And they said, I don't know, go ask Mr. Boom. And he went, hey, Mr. Blank. I almost played this exact long version of the commercial last week for our commercial break.
That's why I was glad you didn't, because I would have had to pull that question. I really like this question a lot. So all you got to give me are 3 different animals. Even if you cannot figure out, you're like, I can't think of it. Just write down 3 animals because the odds are one of them.
All right. Lynn's up first. Bird, dog, cat. None. Turtle, rabbit, squirrel. 1.
Turtle, fox, deer.
Fox. That's 2. Rabbit,
dog. Is that
hold
bear?
it up
Bear.
No.
0.
Cow, frog, rabbit. The answers are he goes to the cow.
Mr. Cow.
And the cow sends him to
Mr. Fox.
And Mr. Fox sends him to
Mr. Turtle.
Mr. Turtle. And Mr. Turtle sends him to Mr. Owl. So the answers are cow, fox, turtle. And I'll even give you a point for Mr. Owl. Everybody gets at least 1 point. Okay. So if you got cow, fox, or turtle, you get a point.
All right. So this next question comes from a movie that we referenced last week. It's a movie, again, that we love, but we can't recommend because we're pastors.
But we're going to bring it back this week.
Yeah. All right. So in the movie The Jerk, Steve Martin's character, Navin, is dramatically leaving in one of the scenes, dramatically leaving his house. And he delivers this famous, "This is all I need" speech where he says he doesn't need anything except for this. And this is all I need. Oh, I need this. And then I need this. So you have 6 different opportunities to get a point here. What are the 6 items that he carries out and claims that he needs? 1 point for every single one. And at the end, Jeff will act out the same.
I will not. I almost printed out, though. Wait, almost used this last week. You're looking for 6 items.
6 different items that he takes from his house that he says, I just need. Well, no, this is all I need right here.
I don't need anything.
My name's in print. I'm somebody now.
The no phone box here. The no phone box here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're looking for 6 items as he's leaving, dramatically going, I don't need anything except for this and nothing else, just this and nothing and this. We're looking for 6 items. We'll give you another 10 seconds. I like Laura. It looks like she's actually acting the scene out.
Yeah, he's trying to remember it.
She's going to stand up and start grabbing things from the... It was a great. All right.
We're going to go one by one here on this one. So I'm going to go to Laura since you maybe. So let's go. What do you think?
All right. What do you got? She says
chair, lamp, picture, and a trash can.
All right, that's 4. We'll tell you at the end what you got.
All right. Kathy, you're unmuted. Go ahead.
I got only 5, but I'm not sure.
Shirt, pants, and brush.
Okay.
I think that's. Let's see. All right. Higgins coming up.
Hey.
Stapler, lamp, chair, dog, and paperweight. I think the dog might be close, but I don't know. Miss Lynn, go ahead. Lamp, chair, and a cat.
Okay. It's all right. Good guess.
And pockets. Read it. Thermos, chair, lamp, telephone, and typewriter.
All right. I think all of you got at least
the lamp. Everybody got the lamp.
Everybody got the lamp, I think. So, yeah, go ahead, Tim. Here are the 4 in chronological order that he takes from the house.
This is all I need. This ashtray. Oh, wait. This is all I need. This ashtray and the paddle game. This is all I need. The ashtray, the paddle game, and the remote control. This is all I need. The ashtray, the paddle game, the remote control, the matches. This is all I need. The ashtray, the paddle game, the remote control, the matches, and this lamp. Yeah, this lamp. And then lastly, the ashtray, the paddle game, the remote control, the matches, the lamp, and the chair.
That's it.
Ashtray, paddle game, remote control, matches, lamp, and chair.
I think most people got lamp or chair.
Yeah, lamp.
All right, lamp or chair. So give yourselves 2 points.
All right.
If you got them. All right. Question
Y'all ready to
7.
dance? Who's ready to dance?
We put this one at the end because at this point we thought either people are going to leave or they've stuck around long enough to see how this whole thing ends. But we want to have a bit of fun now. We're going to ask you a musical question. The Village People.
Village People.
You have a chance to, I think, get 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 points. Okay, 6 points again. The Village People have always been made up of different costumed characters. For 1 point each, name the famous 6 generic costumes that have been used since the Village People began.
1 point for everyone you get right.
Everyone you get right.
Sweet Stoom, dude.
So we're looking for 6 different costumes. It does not need to be very specific. We will know what you're talking about. But what are the 6 different costumed characters that typically make up a Village People
You got to think through.
show?
You got to think through that stage full of gentlemen doing their dance, kicking their feet out, getting ready.
Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself on the ground. I said, young man, because you're new in a new town. There's no need to be unhappy, young man. There's a place you can go. I said, young man, when you're short on your dough, you can stay there. And I'm sure you will find many ways to have a good time. What are your answers? What are the 6? Laura's ready. We're getting there, Laura.
Here we go. Unmuted.
Take care of business.
Let's see. Kathy, you go first. You're the first on our screen here. So we got biker, construction worker, American Indian, soldier, firefighter. All right.
Kathy, you got 5.
That was pretty. Yeah,
that's
pretty
great.
Good. All right, Laura, come on. Fireman, policeman, construction worker, office worker, mailman, biker.
Close.
All right, we'll read them all, and then you'll have to keep your own score. Higgins, there we go. What you got? Construction, Indian, cowboy, policeman, fireman, pastor. Yeah, pastor. Go ahead, Lynn. Construction worker, Indian, cowboy, and the miner. And
I don't.
Hey, that's close. That's good.
Okay.
Cowboy, Native American, police, construction worker, sailor.
Sailor.
Very good. All right. The answers are
there we go. Keep them in line.
policeman,
1.
American Indian chief,
Chief, 2.
cowboy,
3.
construction worker,
4.
biker,
5.
and they call it just GI or a military man. So
Military man.
if you did a soldier, military, you got it. I almost feel you should get
It's
points.
fun to stay at everything
To enjoy, you can hang out with all the boys.
Oh yeah.
YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You can get yourself clean. You can
Have a good meal. Do whatever you feel. YMCA is literally the song that will never die as a stadium anthem rock song.
I hope
will
it never does.
never
It's a good song.
die. I can't stand it.
I love
mean, it's fun, but it's like, okay, it's enough already. It's enough of the YMCA. And quite honestly, I think Women's Lib has come far enough that we should have a YWCA song. I mean, where is that, ladies and gentlemen?
Come on,
Where
ladies.
is our YWCA song? Come on. Right? Thank you. It should be YWCA.
YWCA.
Right. Okay.
I'm with you.
All right.
I'm with you. Go ahead for number 18.
Number 18. All right, here we go. Here's Lynn. You ready? You ready?
This is for you, Lynn.
Sir Elton John. All right, here we go. In Sir Elton John's song, Crocodile Rock, what is the color of the singer's Chevrolet? What is the color of the song of the Chevy? Had an blank Chevy and a place of my own. The color of the Chevrolet. In other words, I remember when Rock was young, me and Susie had so much fun holding hands and skimming stones, and had a old blank Chevy. Laura's got it already. It was gold. Who else has got it? Throw it up. Lynn, please tell me you got it.
Come on, Lynn.
Go home.
Oh, she did it! Yes! Excellent. Yeah, I remember when I was young. Me and Susie had so much fun, holding hands and skimming stones. Had an old gold Chevy and a place of my own.
But the biggest kick I ever got was doing a thing called the crocodile run.
While the other kids were rocking around the clock, we were hopping and bopping to the crocodile run. No, we don't need to do all that. We don't need to do that.
No.
You want to?
Yeah. That's the chorus.
Crowd rocking, something shocking when your feet just can't keep still. I never knew me a better time, and I guess I never will. Lordy mama,
on Friday nights where Susie wore her dresses tight.
the crowd rocking was
Side. Sing it
This
with
is
us.
what we're here for. We had you all unmuted, so everyone heard you singing. That was I'm totally kidding. Good job. Yes. Puckett's like, this was terrible. I hate this. Go back to the YMCA.
He was singing it, dude.
I bet he was.
He was doing it.
I bet he was.
He was letting it go.
Gold. Very good.
Let it go.
Guys, we've got 2 questions left. This is the last music question. Fill in the lyric. Hopefully, it will be a little easy. It'll be a nice way to wrap up heading into the final.
Bill Withers.
Bill Withers, 1972. He died recently. Very, very
Did he
recently.
really?
Yep.
I couldn't.
Lean on Me.
I thought this was DC Talk.
Sometimes in our life, we all have pain. We all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's what? We know what? We know that there's
bum 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 bum. All right. In just a second, we are going to unmute you, and you're going to sing the line with us, and we'll see how that goes because it's delayed. It'll be a lot
it'll be
of fun.
delayed. It'll be great.
All right, everybody's unmuted. Let's try it.
Here we go. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. It won't be long. I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
Can I ask a question? How do you lean on somebody 6 feet away?
You don't. Thoughts
How do
and
you
prayers.
does social distancing just completely kill all of our leans?
Yeah.
Lean with it?
Until there's a vaccine.
Yeah. All right.
We need a vaccine.
All right. It's 9:04. Let's get to the final question here, y'all.
Here's what we need. Okay, contestants, we need you. And if you're keeping score in the game on the chat, we need your scores. Okay, so figure out what your score is. I hope you have been keeping score to this point. If not, make up something reasonable that won't keep you out of heaven. All right, and let's go down the line and figure out where we stand. So let's see. All right, so Pops has 16.
16 for Higgins, 12 for Lynn, 22 for Puckett. Wow, 22.
22.
Hey.
Oh, okay. So
Kathy you got the Godfather one right? Is that why that 9 points? That was a kicker. That was killer.
That did it. That brought her back into the game. That's amazing. Okay. So
tiebreaker.
This one is 22. Hannikin's got -7. Mulholland's got 14. We're going to make this worth 1 point. Okay. Which really comes down to 1 point or 10. I don't know. We'll figure out how this works. Here's what we're going to do.
All I know is I've got the DC Talk version of Lean On Me in my head.
Yeah, I did too.
Because I'm housing this joint like a brother with an attitude.
Come and treat, so you best give me latitude. How do we even remember that? All right. So last question, and this is going to be closest to the pin. All right. You're going to give me a number. We're going to talk box office here. Box office for the 1970s. Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, was the highest grossing movie of the 1970s. In millions, what was the domestic box office for this movie in the 1970s? We are not counting the money it earned from a box office outside the 70s. We are not asking worldwide. We are talking about in its initial release in the United States alone.
In millions.
In
millions of rubles. You have to do
the exchange, the currency exchange. All right. So you're writing down a number in the millions.
Make it funky. Make it funky. Oh.
Boom, 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 boom. So
just call me.
We can need a friend.
Call me.
Oh, baby, now.
Call me.
All right. So, guys, I think we're done. Let's see. In the chat, we have very disparate answers. We have Hannikin coming in with 413 million and the Vices with 36 million. I will say it is somewhere in between there.
All right. Let's go. Everybody's unmuted here. Miss Lynn, you
120 for Lynn.
32 for Dale.
232
mil.
21 million.
33 mil. 21 mil. Kathy, million. Come on, Kathy. Come
on, Kathy. Let's give it. How much?
That's 28.
28.
Oh wow!
I just guessed.
That you did. Everyone just guessed. So Puckett was incredibly compared to all of you all was very high. I mean, Lynn came in closest to Puckett with 120. The answer
is this adjusted for inflation?
No.
Wow.
This is straight up how much money it made. Its first weekend, it made like $1 million on a budget of $11 million. And it went on in its initial release to earn $307 million. That means Puckett's, you guys didn't even live in the 70s, and yet you did.
I did.
What, 2 years?
Yeah.
74.
No, okay, I got you. All right.
I saw it in the theater at 3.
Saw it in the theater.
Oh, that's because your dad would let you go see PG movies before you were 13. That was
Shame.
No, way to go, missionary Dale Puckett, man. Hey, are we singing a song to close?
Yeah, let's just close out with Crocodile. Guys, thanks so much for hanging in. I don't know, just to let you know, Pastor Tim and I were on a call with our county executive yesterday and trying to let him know that we feel that we are pretty confident in a reopening plan. And if you watched his press conference today, he made no mention of churches except for he will make a call sometime later at some point. But we are hopeful that we will be able to get back open as soon as possible.
We're making plans, so we're already aiming the well, I can't say gun. We're making plans so that we can pull the trigger as soon as we're ready to go. So yeah. Anyway, so check your email. So check your email because all that's explained in the email that went out just a few hours ago if you're on our faith email list. And if not, get on the faith email list if you're a part of the faith family. And Dale and Tyler, you guys have an excuse because you're all down in the lawless swamp down there. But
let's we get your emails.
Yeah, all right, shut it. All right, so let's do this. We are going to finish singing and rocking to some Sir Elton because Miss Lynn is just going to love it so much. When we're gonna bust out with that Crocodile rocking again, end with some la 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 la, and we will kick it and say see you on Sunday as soon as we are done. Let's do it. La, 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 la.
Thanks for playing, guys. See you next time. Love you, mean it.
Love you. See ya. Boom.